Hello students, welcome to Michael learning class. I am Aman Sir. Today we will start our sixth chapter. The chapter name is The Fruit of Hard Work. In this chapter we learn about hard work. Okay, the Hindi meaning of this chapter is Kadi Mehnat Ka Phal. Okay, let's start our new chapter. Naidu Babu was a rich jamindar who lived in the city. His large piece of land in the village was looked after by his manager Manu. Naidu Babu regularly visited the village to check the growth of his crops. Okay. Now I am explain this paragraph. There was a rich jamindar whose name was Naidu Babu. He lived in city. In his village, he had large piece of land. His manager Manu looked after his land. Okay. Now we are in our chapter. On one of his trips, he saw rich paddy crops standing in another piece of land. Surprised, he asked Manu why this land had better crops than his own field. Manu replied, Sir, this land has very fertile soil. Okay. Naidu Babu instructed Manu to immediately call the owner of the land. The land belonged to a very hard-working farmer named Vijay. After receiving Manu's message, he appeared before Naidu Babu. Okay. Now explanation of this whole paragraph is one time when Mr. Naidu visited his village, he saw better crops of rice in others' land. He asked his manager why that crops is better than his manager. Told him that the land was more fertile. Okay. The land belonged to Vijay, who was hardworking man. Naidu Babu called the owner of that land and told him that he want to buy his land. Okay. Now we are in our second page. Vijay, I wish to buy your land. Name your price of this price of land. Okay, said Naidu Babu. Who said? Naidu Babu said that what is the price of their land. Okay. At first Vijay was too shocked to react, but after some time he said, Sir, this land is my only source of income. How will I feed my family if I sell this land? Then, oh, don't you worry, Vijay. I will give you 6 acres of land in exchange of your 2 acre. I am sure no one will give you such a good offer, said Naidu Babu. As Naidu Babu was a very powerful man, Vijay was left with no choice but to agree. Now, the explanation of this fourth paragraph is Naidu Babu called the owner of that land and told him that he want to buy this land. Okay. Vijay told him that this land is only source of income for him and he won't have anything if he sell the land. Okay. That land. Naidu Babu told him that in return he will give him 6 acre of land in exchange of his 2 acre land. Okay. Vijay did not have any choice but to accept the offer as Naidu Babu was very powerful man. Okay. Now we are in again our chapter. The wealthy Jamindar asked Manu to give Vijay 6 acre of bare land of the hills, although the land was filled with boulders. Vijay quietly accepted the land and returned home. Soon after that, Naidu Babu left for the city. He was sure that his new land would make him even richer. Naidu Babu got very busy in his city life. At the same time, Vijay also got busy in cul- cultivating his new land. The new land was huge and it would require a lot of work to till the land. Okay? It was a year before Naidu Babu was able to come to the village for a visit. While crossing his new piece of land, he noticed that it had no standing crops for him to admire. On the other hand, beautiful banana and plantain, plantation were growing in the land that he had exchanged with Vijay. Now, explanation of this whole paragraph is that after purchasing land, Naidu Babu went back to city, and when he come back after 1 year, he did not saw any standing crops in his new land. Okay. On the other hand, Vijay with his hard work built beautiful banana and tea plantation on the hilly land which was given by Naidu Babu. Okay. Now we are back in our chapter. Naidu Babu was very upset. He immediately smote Manu and asked him to explain. Manu replied, Sir, after you took Vijay's land by force, he was very angry and he cast a spell on your new land. Due to this, all your crops were destroyed by pests. Okay. Vijay was called again. You have done black magic on my crops. Do you know that I can throw you but off the village for this? Shouted Naidu Babu. Okay. Vijay said in a very soft voice, Sir, sir, I don't know any black magic. Been lying to you. My fields have done well because I have worked hard on them. I had to first remove the big blooders and dig two wells. I studied the soil and decided the kind of plants that the land would support. My wife helped me prepare and cultivate the land. Okay, and and weed the plants. I then put manure and fertilize regularly. It took all a year for the plantation to show result, and that result is what you see standing in my land. He further added, Your crops failed because no one actually cared for them. Okay. Now, explanation of this whole paragraph is this. When Naidu Babu called his manager Manu and asked him why his crops are not there, he told him that Vijay was crusade and land asked, and he took his land by force and pets ate all his crops. Naidu Babu called Vijay and asked why he did black magic on his land. Vijay told him that he did not know any black magic. Manu is lying. He filled his field have done well because he have done immense amount of hard work for his field. He removed the blooders, studied about the soil and crops, cultivated land with the help of my children and wife, and it took his almost a year to build this plantation. Okay, now we are in our chapter. Naidu Babu realized that in his absence, Manu had not been working on his land at all. To hide his laziness, he had blamed Vijay. Naidu Babu apologized to Vijay, understood that Vijay was enjoying the fruits of his hard work. He then requested Vijay to take care of Naidu Babu paddy fields too. The explanation of this last two paragraphs is, on the other hand, no one took care of your land, and Naidu Babu realized that Manu is lying and he did not work carefully in his land. He was just blaming Vijay to hide his laziness. Okay, Naidu Babu apologized to Vijay and requested Vijay to take care of his village as well. Okay, now I hope you will all understand this chapter. In the next video we discuss about our question answer session. Thank you for watching this video.